Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest tonight, the legend, John McAfee. Now, you may know him from the McAfee software that you cannot remove from your computer, but he has
Yeah.
since escaped those realms, and he is now running for on the Libertarian ticket for president of the United States. John, how the heck are you?
No, I'm doing great. Thank you for the introduction, and thanks for having me on your show, Diamond.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Now, you ran under the Libertarian ticket last election. You came in third, and now you're going to win the nomination. Is that not correct?
Well, I think so. I mean, it'll be a shock to the Libertarian Party leadership, but I've been running an underground campaign for almost a year. Um, I've got 500,000 supporters, and half of those are in the Libertarian Party. So, yeah, I think I'll have no trouble this time. Yeah. These. Listen, you can get the mass. Log on to McAfee 2020HQ.com, and they'll send you one. And they're just like me. I mean, life-size masks, and if you look at them from the right angle, it's freakily real looking. Um, it's a diversion. Let's get honest, people. I can't be president. I'm John McAfee. If you think I can be president, you need to move out of your mother's basement because you know it's not happening. I know it's not happening. All right. So why am I doing this? Same reason I did it in 2016. I want the national stage again, which I got during the debates in 2016, to tell what I think from my perspective of 74 years on this planet. I think we've gone wrong, and how I think we need to get back on a track that's not spiraling downward, which is the track we're on right now, people.
Yeah, the government, the whole idea of government is really nothing but a control mechanism. I believe that we've lost all vestiges of democracy after Citizens United, and we are controlled by corporations. So, what is your platform other than do not vote or do not participate? How can we shift the system, Mr. McAfee?
Well, um,
John, you froze up a little bit there.
but they're just.
Probably the
I'm
CIA.
sorry. I said people believe that corporations are the problem, um, and yet they're just middlemen. I mean, they're problems, all right, just like enforcers are problems, and when they show up at your door. But it's people who control the information that really matter, and that's the CIA. And if you think Google and Twitter and Facebook manage to keep anything away from the CIA, then you're taking too many drugs, because the CIA knows everything about everybody, unfortunately. I mean, we carry around phones. I don't. Janice, my wife, does not. We can't have phones. We haven't for almost a year. If we did, we'd be arrested instantly because they'd know where we are. So we can't have them. We can't have people with phones anywhere near us. Um, that looks like a negative, but we've learned to talk to each other in coffee shops and walking down the street and eating dinner. It's odd. Um, but the real problem is the CIA, because the CIA has all the information. Will you please look at the Second Gulf War? It behooved the CIA, because the CIA king regent of the Middle East, wherever that may be, deemed Iraq's rise to power both unnecessary and unstabilizing. So he called the king himself in D.C. and said, "Listen, I need to have Iraq bombed into the Stone Age. Can you get it done? And then the king goes, well, yeah, we'll do it. How do they do it? Um, you call Ted and Frank, who know the president personally, and say, Frank, go tell the president Iraq's got nuclear weapons and ballistic missile capabilities to reach our closest ally, England. In fact, just tell them there's an imminent attack on England coming, but just get it fucking done. I need those bombs dropping tomorrow by noon. Are you fucking clear? This is how the CIA operates. And you think it's any different with corporations? Fuck no, it's 1,000 times easier. Because still, thank God, we have a competitive environment where every corporation in the world is not good friends with every other. Can't be possible. It's a dog-eat-dog world, thank God, in business. So who does control corporations? The CIA. Good God Almighty, wake up, people. There were no nuclear weapons in Iraq. The world knew it. The American people knew it. Everybody knew it except the president and Congress. Why? Because they were told the truth by the CIA. Please see, this is how it works. And they don't even need to outright lie like they did in Iraq. It was an emergency.
So, John, you froze up again right there. What can we do to fight this evil cabal at the very top? Is there something we can do as citizens? What can we
Yes,
do?
yes. Help your neighbors. Because a citizenry that universally sees the same fucking truth is the most powerful entity in the world. Doesn't matter how many bombs, guns, planes, missiles our government has. Their only power comes from us. They are standing on our backs, people. Shrug them off. Pay no attention to the nonsense that is the play that we're watching, where we've got Democrats against Republicans, and there's a violent. It's like watching the goddamn Roman Colosseum, where you've got two gladiators trying to kill each other. We are mesmerized by conflict, but that conflict is not real, people. It is a play designed to distract you from the truth, and the truth is, presidents don't have any power. Congress has no power. It is information that is the power. And who controls information for the whole world? The CIA. Just wake everybody up and we will win.
Yeah, so that's what my partner and I have been trying to do that for over 5 years. We left. We opted out of society to begin anew out in the wilderness here, where we're developing a self-sustaining homestead. And the problem, John, is this, that all these sheep have to follow the protocols of the system. So not everyone has the money to just walk into the woods and start building a hut. So how can they start ignoring the systems, and then the systems will collapse, which is basically what you're saying, correct?
Oh, okay. Why don't we take an easier metaphor? Let's say we're all in a theater and we're watching some enthralling movie, and everybody's attention is on that enthralling movie, a conflict of some kind between good and evil. Meanwhile, somebody notices a fire in the back of the auditorium. Now, do you need a plan, people? Do you sit down and say, oh, baby, give me a pencil and paper and let me figure out what to do? Bullshit. You yell fire. If they don't listen, shake the person next to you. When we all see there's a fire, do we need a plan? No. Exit lights everywhere. Good God, forget the plan. Good God, what do? The first thing we do is take our lives into our own hands. Why don't we? Because if you do that, you must also take responsibility.
I like where you're going with this.
And since none of us are perfect beings, meaning we love and are generous, We also have anger, and we're greedy. We're compassionate and tender, and we're rough. We're giving, and we're egotistical. Good God, we're a mixed bag. You accept that mixed bag as it is, your life will change. If we all accept that bag, the world will change. Because that thing that the government is standing on, which is the illusion it created and we believe, will simply evaporate. And it will collapse of its own overweight. People, we don't need an armed revolution. We need a revolution of the mind, a revolution of thought, a revolution of understanding the truth of where you are here and now. Fuck the past, we can't change it. Fuck the future, it never comes. Has anybody ever seen a tomorrow? No. You wake up, it's still today, isn't it? There is no tomorrow. There is no past. There's here and now. People, live it, and everything around you will change. I'm sorry, next question. Oh,
Well, that's some call it the Maya, with that illusion you're talking about, and you heard it here first from presidential candidate
did I?
John McAfee that we need a revolution of the mind.
Well, I don't think I called it Maya, although I won't argue that. Maya in the Hindu tradition is, phew, it's a Sanskrit word meaning illusion, meaning the play that you're watching. The Democrats and Republicans, as if it's goddamn real or matters. Please, listen. Obama spent 4 of his 8 years building Obamacare, and it was unraveled by the next administration. Trump promised us a wall. He did build 93 miles, 91 of which repaired existing wall. Please, God, nothing changes because it's a play. It isn't real. It's what's behind that play that we must pay attention to and see all of us as one. Then and only then it will change because we will all know exactly what must be done, but not before it actually happens. Let it happen. Wake yourself up and wake up everybody that you know, people. Thank you, baby.
John, thank you for your time. Guys, if you're listening out there, John McAfee for president, he can't win. He said it himself, but he's trying to start a revolution of the mind, a revolution of the mind to change the masses. And because they can kiss our asses, basically, they are running this illusion. And until everyone wakes up, the illusion will not end. It's been a pleasure, Mr. McAfee. Any final words?
Yes, young children, because you're all young to me. I'm 74. I mean, if you're 50, you're young. So now, children, the best advice in the world, and it's the only advice you ever need, is do only what you love, nothing else. If you don't wake up on Monday morning going, yay, I get to go to work, fucking change your work. If you don't go home on Friday going, yes, I get to be with my family, change your family. Have the courage to be yourself and follow your heart. And that's the only advice I can give anybody. And if you follow that, you don't need any further advice. And thank you for having me on.
It's been a pleasure. Follow your heart and vote for McAfee. Get your soul back. Boom.